Hi there, everybody. Elusive Plant Lady here, just popping in with some progress, some surprising progress that I've had with my plants since they've been in an actual prop type box under the grow lights. I did a short on the grow lights shelf that I actually made. And it's working obviously wonders because the results that I'm seeing, even though I haven't opened the box, but I'm going to open it with you all and show you. Hold on just a second while I get this opened up. Because I've been seeing it from the inside or from the outside, but I haven't actually opened it in over a week. Hang out with me for just a second while I get this open. I had this plastic on here obviously a lot tighter than I thought I did. Whoa. It's really stuck on there. Oh, guys, I mean, when I stick my hand in there, I can like feel the heat. Like when I stick my hand in there, I can feel it's warm in there. No wonder they're doing so good. And you can see the stain too on the sides. Okay, so here are my little variegated chain of hearts. I was going to say Queen of Hearts. My variegated chain of hearts. This is actually the pot that was rooted. I separated the ones that came out when I was trying to pin them down to the soil. These are the ones that were rooted. And look at this, 1 week. 1 week. That's nuts. And I'm just curious to see, let me feel the leaves. Oh gosh, they're plump. They're much more plump than they were. Now this one still feels a little thin. These newer ones feel thin. Well, no, that one's kind of plump. But these older ones, the bigger ones, are really plump, like they should be. I've done a video on that if you want to look at it regarding what I have discovered about this particular plant. And I'm seeing now that it is true, because these that I've had propagating that I discovered weren't actually all rooted. Even in just a short amount of time, the leaves have really plumped up. Of course, these baby ones, I wouldn't expect them to be, but these older ones are really thick in just a week of propagation. I'm not sure when you should take these out. Like, when should you take them out of the propagation? Like, at what point? So if anybody has any ideas on that, please leave me a comment on that. I'm just going to go by what I've learned about this plant, and I'm going to leave this particular plant in here until it gets root bound. That's what I'm planning to do, just to be sure that it's mature, that the root system is good and mature. And then these were the ones that didn't have roots. You can see where I've pinned the nodes down to the soil here. It looks like, oh gosh, that one's thick. This one's thick. This one not so thick. It's a little, that leaf is a little damaged, so that might be why. But that's what I'm planning to do. I'm just going to keep them in this environment until they get roots coming all the way through it. But I'm really amazed at all this growth in just 1 week under the grow lights. So here, what I did, I saw on another channel where you could take just the vine, and you could put soil in the bottom, and then put soil, then circle the vine around in the soil, and then put soil on the top and leave it alone and not water it for like a week or two, and then water it. So that's why this one's so dry, because I have not watered it. But I think I will go ahead and water it. I can't see that it's doing anything yet, but I wouldn't expect it to, because there wasn't anything but just the vine. There were no leaves or anything already on it. It was just the vine of the string of hearts. I don't know if I said that. It was the vine of the string of hearts. But let me check the soil and see what's going on. It's damp under there. I wonder if I should water it, since I have opened this up. You know what? I think I will water it. Go ahead and water it. And this is just soil, just pieces of. So this one hasn't done anything yet. This is a leftover piece of a starter plant I bought, the Hoya City Eye, and this is another plant that I'm kind of getting obsessed with, because this was another plant that I bought as a starter plant from a seller on Etsy, and in a week the leaves, it was probably about 2, 3 or 4 inch, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 inch, vines in the pot. And after about a week, they all fell off, turned yellow, died. I checked the root system, and the roots that were down in the soil, they had dried up. So I just kept these 2 because they had roots that looked healthy. And then already just a week in this environment, and you've got growth here, growth here, growth there, and growth there. And from what I've learned, the research I've done on this particular plant, it's another tricky one. So I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm not sure how much I'll get from just 2 leaves, but it's not going to hurt anything to just keep it in the prop box under the grow lights, and wait and then see how well established those roots get before I take it out of this propagation environment. That's just going to be my strategy. Again, anyone else have any ideas on that? There's another growth point right there. Anyone else have any ideas on that? Just let me know. This is a cutting that I bought from a seller, another seller on Etsy. This was labeled as a Carnosa Crimson King. Not the princess, not the queen, but king. So I was really curious, because I didn't know that there was a Carnosa King. I know the princess and the queen, but I didn't know there was a king. So I bought this cutting, and this one's looking a little, that one has, wow, I think this one has died. Yeah. Oh, well, that's okay. I think that's okay. But this leaf was actually damaged here, and it looks like it's healed itself being in the prop box. This looks like it's kind of healed itself back together there. But this leaf feels okay. I hope they don't both die away. That wouldn't be good, but I think just to lose that one, I think that's okay. Let's see. I can't see any new growth in there yet. Really wouldn't expect to. Well, let me see. Is that some roots there? I think I see something happening down in there. Oh no, that's just the perlite. See, I'm getting too excited here. I'm getting just too anxious. But anyway, I'm glad I did open that because that leaf needed to come out of there. Because it definitely didn't need to stay in there if it was rotting away. And this is a cutting of a Hoya Pubicalic Splash. And gosh, look at that. That's what I saw through the box that got me so excited. You can see all under here, its roots like everywhere. And it's only been in here just a few days, a week. That's just crazy. So, and this leaf feels like it's fine. It doesn't feel like it's got any issues or anything. Yeah, it feels fine. Really stiff. But if anybody else has heard of the Crimson King, and when I wrote back to the seller, I said, because it was supposed to be for mystery cuttings, which, you know, means you don't get what you get whatever they want you to get. So I said, I'd like to have, you know, if I can make a request, because there was a space to make requests. I said, I'd love to have that Crimson King. And that's what she sent. And she wrote on the labeling, Crimson King. So this is apparently a Hoya carnosa Crimson King. So this will be very interesting. Hopefully this leaf will survive the propagation process. But this Pubicalix is doing really good. Really, really good. Now this right here, my last one in the box, if you guys will remember, I rescued a plant from Lowe's. It was the Alocasia Poly. It was $5. I brought her home. She was drenching in water, and I repotted her, put the same solution I use for most of my plants, the indoor potting solution from Miracle Grow, added worm castings, and I even added some neem oil to the soil because I thought, you know, there may be bugs and all that, and I checked everything real good. She looked fabulous. I took off the dead leaves, you know, clipped them away. She looked fabulous, and then, I'm serious, 2 days later she just fainted. And when I was taking her apart to look to see if I could find, you know, anything that just jumped out, I noticed the stump was still hard and firm. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep that stump and just put it in some soil. And that's what I did. You can see a little bit of algae growth there, but look at that. There's a leaf coming out. Now that really, really warms my heart, because that tells me I still have that plant, and there's still hope for this plant. So I'm just going to keep her in here until she grows a full leaf or two, and then I guess I'll take her out. Anybody have any suggestions on that? Please don't hesitate to leave me a comment. So that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys today. Was just my prop box update. I know it's just been a week since I've installed my lights, but in just this short amount of time, this is the progress I've had just since moving these plants into the makeshift prop box here. It's like a Rubbermaid thing with some plastic over it, plastic saran wrap or whatever, and then under my grow lights, my grow light shelf that I DIY'd. So this is pretty exciting. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to like and subscribe. to my channel, and I will be talking to you all soon. Have a great week.